I spent my time watching the spaces that have grown between us, and I cut my mind on.
Hi, welcome to the Gone Girls event. We have Connor McDonough with us today. Connor, thank you for joining us. Connor, you gave a wonderful presentation there about your journey, and what are the steps you think people need to take to figure out what they want to be when they grow up?
I think there's a number of steps, but one really key one I think is to actually have a lot of experiences, which is actually to try new things, to try different things, to try things you're scared about, because a lot of what we are going to be most successful at are things that are going to be natural strengths. But until we actually have an opportunity to discover if something is in fact a strength or not, we'll never know. So we actually need to take chances, try things out, and be prepared to succeed and prepared to fail.
Yeah, absolutely. And you faced a lot of challenges in your life, and one that you took head on was to move from Canada to Dublin. Would you say that was the largest thing, daunting thing that you did, or?
No, while it was a huge shift, a huge change, it was one that I felt I was going to be able to structure, and I knew what I could do, and if it didn't work out, I could always just go back. Whereas I think when I set up my own business, that actually presented different challenges, because then suddenly the predictability of income, the uncertainty of paychecks, things like that were different, because suddenly that gets into issues of security, which gets into issues of values, which gets into how am I going to be able to provide for my family. So there's different anxieties, whereas when I moved from Canada to Ireland, 28 years old, Dublin was a big place in 1998. What could possibly go wrong? Even jokingly said I stayed long enough to find out, but I definitely found setting up my own business with a bigger stretch, albeit one I was better prepared for, probably than when I moved over.
Sure. And are there any particular age groups that you like working with, or does it matter?
Really work with a wide range of age group. I started kind of working with young people, kind of late teens, early 20s, recently in a number of projects in Northern Ireland. That's been really, really exciting. Typically work from kind of age ranges from kind of early 20s up to almost retirement age, really through the training courses. One-to-one coaching, worked as a life coach with people who are wondering what to do at college, wondering what to do after college, looking to change careers, looking to return to the workplace, similar to Rachel. People who are actually wondering what I'm going to do now that I don't have to work, that next chapter after in retirement. So it's much more exciting kind of when people are bringing that appetite or hunger for something new.
Absolutely. And in your profession, it's very important to keep learning and keep challenging yourself. And how do you go about that?
I would do a lot of work in terms of kind of continuing professional development as a coach, both in terms of kind of training sessions, in terms of supervision, so working with a more senior coach, being able to work and kind of coach me on my coaching, if you will, involved in Talk Club, Letterkenny, and Toastmasters, to develop my kind of public speaking kind of engagement skills, and then just a lot of reading between kind of books, online resources, blogs, YouTube. There's such a wealth of information out there. The trick is actually getting to the good stuff and working through all the chaff beforehand.
Yeah, sure. And finally, is there an inspirational quote that you remind yourself of or live by?
There's a quote by a fellow named Lou Holst, former manager and head coach of the Notre Dame football team. And Lou Holst is famous for saying, "Ability is what you're capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do. Attitude determines how well you do it." Which for me is all about, doesn't matter how good you are, it's about how motivated you are and the standard to which you hold yourself.
That's an excellent quote. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you, Connor.
Great, thank you, Patricia.
Thank you.